crumble to dust, and the skeletons are still covered in rust, and everything I had feared had all at once disappeared.
Second time lucky. Well, pretty much same brand, same setup, but just all their stuff comes in boxes instead of coming in the duffel bag that they supply you with. Random. What's up, guys and girls? How the blooming devil are you? Here we are, it's midweek, it's Wednesday, hump day. 2 down, 2 to go, and all that jazz. How's it going, Mr. Chris?
Hello, good morning.
And as always, as you can see, the madness truly is real, but would we want it any other way? Should we get this day started, shall we? Fire up that intro. Hey! How the bloody dog? It's nice and cosy here, isn't it?
Yeah, put a light on.
Oh, look.
Max is in the front.
Oh, mate! Lunchtime. Well, when I came out, at lunchtime, the weather was not looking promising. And it still doesn't, if I'm brutally honest. So even though I do have the skateboard, I decided against it, which kind of links me into what I was going to talk about today. But today's been a really weird one, and it's funny how even the subject I was going to talk about today, I kind of shied away from, which is exactly the topic that it is. And it's something I fall short of so much. I am massively guilty of this. But as of today, I'm going to change it. And basically, it's excuses. It's making excuses for things that you're just not doing. And first off, I want to say there's a big difference between priorities and prioritizing things over another. But that simple thing of how miraculous and how quick the brain can make excuses, but also convey them to the rest of your body in a sense that they're not excuses, they are merely just good reason for not. And it just goes across the board. It's like work, general life, getting after fitness, getting after leveling up the skills of surf. And I noticed it maybe a year ago, where it first dawned on me that in the grand scheme of things, I am not far away from the sea. And I'm really thankful for a friend of mine that made me aware of how many hours he has to drive to get to the sea. And I'm talking hours, not just 2, multiple hours. I think he's like 6 hours away from the coast. And so when I said I'm like 2 hours away from the sea, I was quite shocked, because I was like, man, I'm making excuses. I'm making excuses to not pursue the hobby, the interest, the thing that I've wanted to do for as far back as I can remember. And only because people at that time told me, oh, you need to live by the sea. That seed sowed itself so well, so strong, that then I continued to form excuses around that. And why? Why do we do it? Why do we do it as humans, where we form these thoughts that are merely like, they're roadblocks. They're our own roadblocks. And it just doesn't stop there. It goes so much further into the thought of the excuses that we like fathom or bring up to actually stop us doing those things. I don't have enough time. I haven't got enough money. I haven't got the space. And it's crazy because I feel like there's so many other things where you wouldn't even contemplate it. You wouldn't even second guess it. You'd just do it, regardless of if you didn't have the money, didn't have the time, or didn't have the space. So where is it in the human psyche or subconscious that actually within the certain things that you want to get after, and you actually want to make improvements and make change and do things that are going to actually excel and make you like a better human being, that somewhere the brain, and this is a phrase that I'm coining off of a few other people, is we seem to follow the path of least resistance. We'll find an excuse if it's too hard, if it's too far, if it's out of our skill set, if there's a slight anxiety, if there's anything that falls foul or falls short that makes us go, oh man, I just can't do it. I can't do that this weekend, or oh, it's too far away from me. Or like going back to what I said in regards to if there is a priority, or if it's a case of where it ranks on necessity, that's completely different. And don't get me wrong, there's a fine line. There's a fine line between prioritizing and making excuses. But it's crazy. And I thought about it. I came out here and I was like, oh, the weather doesn't look too great. It looks a bit cloudy. There's a bit of rain in the air. That would have never stopped me maybe like 2 years ago. I would have gone skating in the rain. So why all of a sudden am I making excuses, even though I know all morning the only thing I wanted to do this lunchtime was go for a skate? Don't fall foul of your own brain and your own excuses. If there's something that you want, if it's feasible, if it's priority, if it's gonna make a greater difference to your well-being, your mental health, your mindset, and your overall achievements, just don't make excuses. Either say no, it's not something you want to be doing, or get after it. So choose priority over excuses. That's what I'm claiming. However, I did show just a little bit of weakness myself. I might have gone online, I might have not prioritised, and I might have just purchased myself 2 t-shirts, but don't tell no one. Well, that's it. Another day done. Lock up the box, get in the car, get home, continue in the plan that is taking over the world. Let's go home. HM11 on it.
Was it that one? I think it was.
I'm claiming it.
But you already connected then.
Should be. I'm claiming it. Soon find out. How cool is that? Wake up!